What is up, you guys? 100K. The day before my birthday, mind you. So, like, thank you for that early birthday present. I had seen my sub count on, like, Saturday, and I was like, man, I'm getting, like, really close. I wonder if I'll hit it on my birthday. And then, like, overnight, a bunch of you kind of flooded in. And about 6:30 this morning when I woke up, I saw that I had crossed over into 100K. Just blows my mind that we're already here after 5 months. Like, how crazy. Thank you for being here. Like, it's so cool. Let's react to some woke TikToks.
This is not like racism, it is racism. Anti-fatness is rooted in anti-blackness. And the reason why people are pursuing thinness is because they're pursuing proximity to whiteness. The reason why people hate fat people is because people hate black people. And appearing curvier, bigger is associated with blackness, especially black women. And that's why they're discriminated in the workplace, overly sexualized. And this has gone back for centuries and centuries. All systems of oppression, capitalism, sexism, racism, it all comes back to white supremacy, which is the foundation of the fabric of America and rules every sector and aspect of our society. This is not like racism.
Girl, never in my life have I ever thought fat people equals black people. Never in my life. Like, this sounds like a you problem. And I don't know about y'all, but it seems really racist, actually, in my opinion, to assume that black people are fat. Quite literally, anyone can strive for fitness. I think we all should. I need to do a much better job of it, that's for sure. I kind of got a wake-up call recently where I, like, remembered that diabetes runs in my family, and I was like, "Ooh, like, I need to get my shit together a little bit more." It seems really dangerous to me to say that losing weight and wanting to be healthy and wanting to feel your best physically means you're racist. Like, so you just want people to remain fat and unhealthy and feel absolutely horrible. And just to share, like, a little anecdote too, I was like about 60 pounds heavier right after I had my kids, and at that weight I was in so much physical pain, like, all the time. And you know that thing where they say, like, oh, you'll have your kids and you'll lose like 30 pounds, like that? No, did not happen for me. Not even 1 pound. But yeah, just like losing all that weight made a big difference.
Not dating trans people is not a preference. Not dating blondes is a preference. Not dating people who are, I don't know, shorter than 5'6" is a preference. Not dating people with brown eyes is a preference. Being trans is not a specific characteristic. Thus, you can't label it as a preference. That's just called bigotry. No one's forcing you to date trans people, but don't cover up your discriminatory bias in the name of preference, because the logic doesn't add up. Like I've said in many a video, the logic of transphobia never adds up. Not dating trans people is not a preference.
I'm sorry. Are you serious right now? No one's forcing you to date a trans person, but, like, if you're not going to date a trans person, then you're a bigot and we're going to publicly shame you over it. Sounds like coercion, at the very least. But regardless, you're allowed to discriminate when it comes to dating. That's what that is. You're allowed to say, you know what? This person doesn't check all my boxes, so I'm not going to date them. But this premise that if you don't want to date someone, that means you hate them is so insane to me. People are allowed to have any type of dating preference that they want because that's who they're spending their time with. They're sharing their life with, doing intimate things with. You should probably be attracted to that person and want to date them. Also, there's the element of, like, can you have children? Like, a lot of people are looking for somebody who can have children. And if you come across somebody who doesn't want to date you, just move along. Just find somebody else. There's somebody else out there who wants to, guaranteed. I think the craziest thing to me is that, like, people who kind of preach the same thing will sit in there and say, you can't shame people for this, and this, but it's okay as long as they deem the shaming appropriate. Cult.
Generally speaking, there's three kind of big buckets of reasons why someone might engage in intentional weight loss. First is desirability, second, health, third, stigma. But at the end of the day, all of those are rooted in fat phobia in different ways, and I'll explain. First, desirability. That is kind of the most obvious when it comes to fat phobia. We currently live in a society that uplifts thinness, able-bodiedness, whiteness, cisness, and heterosexuality as the things that are most desirable. And so if you are wanting to lose weight in order to become more desirable, you are upholding a fat-phobic beauty standard, as well as, white supremacy and all that jazz. So next is health. What we know is that weight is not a good indicator of someone's health, and also your health is not an indicator of your worth. You can have health and body related goals for yourself that are not about fat phobia and not about weight loss. So let me give you an example. You might decide that you have a goal of hiking a particular mountain in your area. Now, you would be engaging in different types of movement in order to achieve that goal. You may or may not lose weight in doing that. And in fact, there's lots of fat mountaineers and hikers. Third bucket reason is that you might be facing extreme fat phobia and anti-fat bias in your own life, and you have personally mentally hit a wall where you can't deal with it anymore, and so you decide to intentionally lose weight. But it's really important that if you still go through with intentional weight loss, that you don't sacrifice fat liberation politics, because otherwise it's still just fat phobia, even if you're doing it for your mental health and accessibility.
How dare you want to improve your life by improving your physical body? Like, yeah, okay, I'm fat phobic. I don't care. I don't care. I want my husband to go, damn, you look good, and I want to feel good. Like, so I'm gonna keep losing weight intentionally. Thank you. I've hiked up some mountains that it was just like, I don't know, like slight inclines, and it's pretty hiker friendly. I don't know, out of shape friendly. It's just for people who kind of want something light. But then I've hiked up very, very like steep, rocky, like it's really hard. And I was one of the times I went hiking, I was insanely out of shape. And I was just like, bro, like this was stupid. I should have trained. And like the idea that even if you do lose weight, you're supposed to still be a fat activist. It doesn't matter if you feel better. Stay fat, stay unhealthy, stay alone. That's what you're saying. Stop.
I'm not fat phobic. I just don't want to be fat. That's not how it works. No, seriously, I have no problem with fat people. I think they're beautiful. I'm all for body positivity or whatever. I just don't want to be fat. Actively not wanting to be fat is fat phobia. And therefore, you're fat phobic. So it's fat phobic to not want to be fat? Yeah, actively not wanting to be fat is fat phobic. Being fat is a choice. Size isn't generally a choice.
So you're telling me that if I hit the gym to maintain my figure, then that's fine. But if I try to maintain my figure because I don't want to be fat and gain weight, then that's fat phobic. I hate my own generation of lost hope. We are doomed. What happened to my body, my choice? When a fat person themselves want to be thin, then why can't a thin person complain about not wanting to be fat? This person said not wanting to be poor is classed as a joke. This person replies saying yes if you spend your time thinking about how much you don't want to be poor.
Based. This is the problem with the wokeness, right? Is that you can never be woke enough, and the bar has to keep moving higher and higher to be virtuous enough, like it's a religion at this point, because this idea that, well, I don't want to be fat because being fat is unhealthy and it makes me feel like crap and I don't have any self-esteem or confidence, like, and my mental health is horrible. It's like, that's not fat phobic. That's you wanting to take care of yourself. And we've reached this point where it's like, I just want to take care of myself. So that means that inherently I must hate some type of group of people. Like, no. It's just so crazy to me. Like, wanting to be healthy isn't hateful. It's not hateful, guys. Stop. I'm gonna leave it there for today though, guys. Once again, thank you guys so much for 100,000 subscribers. I cannot believe that. It's just so crazy to me. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you didn't know, also, I am over on Rumble. So if you'd rather watch my content over there, be sure to go subscribe and go follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, all those other places. I really like to connect with people. I like to talk to people. I like to find new people to just share ideas with. I think that's really cool. And something I've really, really enjoyed about all of this is kind of building like this community of people who all have different ideas and perspectives, and we can all share those together I think that's beautiful. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.